Hello students, in this video we are going to start a new organism, that is cockroach. In the last video we have completed the morphology and anatomy of atom. In this video we are going to start with the cockroach. In that we will first of all start the introduction. That means the morphology also we will start, and after that in the next video we will start the different physiological systems. So let's just start the video. First of all, the cockroach, the introduction. So first of all, cockroach is a nocturnal animal. Nocturnal animal means it takes the food in only the night. Okay, in the daytime you will not able to see the cockroach. In the night time only you can see in our even houses. Okay, they generally are living with human in the kitchen, in our house. They generally are present who can take the organic food, right? Next one, they are omnivorous. Omnivorous means they can take the animal originated as well as the plant originated type of food. Now if it comes to the food of cockroach, it is a very type. They can survive in any type of food. They can also take the woods, they can take the organic food, but also they can survive on only living on woods. Okay, only they can take the wood and timber and they can survive, right? Next one, they are cursorial animal. Cursorial, what is the meaning of cursorial? That means it actually walk by the legs. Yes, they have the wings, they can fly, but they generally locomote with the help of the legs. So in this organism they have the 3 pairs of legs. Now if it comes to the class is Insecta. The class Insecta means how we can able to divide this class, because in this group of organism Insecta, they bear 3 pairs of legs. In case of cockroach also they have 3 pairs of jointed legs. That's why it comes to the phylum Arthropoda. So here the phylum is Arthropoda, class is Insecta. I hope you understand why it is known as Insecta and why it is Arthropoda. So come to the external morphology. So if you see this organism, then the size that will around 0.25 to 3 inches, it's this much size. Then the length, if you see the lengthwise, then around 34 to 53 millimeter. Now if you see their body, the body is divided into 3 parts. Remember, the body is divided into 3 parts. 3 complete distinct division you can able to see. What are they? First part, this is the head, right? Second, this part, this is the thorax. And this part, this is the abdomen. Okay, so in case of this cockroach, their body is divisible into 3 parts. What are they? Head, thorax and abdomen. This organism is bilaterally symmetrical organism. Bilaterally symmetrical organism means passing through the point, it can be divisible into 2 equal halves only. One plane is possible. So this organism, if you divide longitudinally, then you will get 2 exact equal halves. In each of the halves, they will have the similar organs, only from outside. Now come to the point that if it comes to this organism, they are segmented animal also. Segmented animal means this organism bear the divisions or the partitions in that organism. As you can see already, I have divided the animal. In the thorax region, how many segments are there? This organism will have 3 segments in the thorax and 10 segments in the abdomen, right? So 3 thoracic and 10 abdominal segments are present in case of cockroach, and in the head there is no segments, right? So the thoracic segments are known as the prothoracic segment. This is the prothoracic segment. Second one, this is known as mesothoracic segment, and the third one, this is known as the metathoracic segment. Okay, or simply we can call the first thoracic segment is known as prothorax, second one is known as mesothorax, and the third one that is known as the metathorax. So this organism, this is bilaterally Okay, this is bilaterally symmetrical organism. Second point, we need to know that yes, this organism is segmented, but yes, this is only externally segmented animal. Okay, that means only from the external sides also you can see the segments. Like the annelids, you can see the annelids. Annelids have the internal as well as the external segments. But in case of cockroach, only the external segments are present, right? So the next thing, if you see the organism from outside, how the color appears, right? So if you see their nymph, okay, one thing we need to know that their larval stage, they don't have a complete larval stage, but yes, a juvenile stage is there. So that is known as the nymph. Nymph have the light brown color, okay, and in case of the adults, okay, in case of the adults, they have dark brown, okay, they have either dark brown or black in color, okay. So remember that this nymph, which is light in color, and the adult, which is dark brown or black in color, right? So this is the color only. Next one, if you see this organism, then how many, suppose from outside, how many protection are there, right? So if you see from outside, this organism is going to bear the exoskeleton. See, this is the criteria of the arthropoda. Why arthropoda is the largest phylum? The reason is, in case of the arthropoda, they have now a well-developed protective covering, and that protective covering is the chitinous exoskeleton. So, in case of them, they are going to have the chitinous exoskeleton. Okay. So, this chitinous exoskeleton is present in the head also, thorax also, abdomen also. In every organ, in every segments, they're going to have the segments, and those segmented exoskeleton, those segmented chitinous exoskeleton, what we can call it, these are known as sclerites. Okay, so what are the sclerites actually? Sclerites are nothing but the small protective chitinous plate-like structure which is covering the body, that is known as the sclerite, right? Now, if you see the head, okay, so in case of the head, in the head, there are actually 6 sclerites are present, but those 6 sclerites are fused. Only in the embryonic state, they have those sclerites. Those sclerites are fused and form only one. Okay, so this is what happened in the head. Now, after the head, you can see thorax, abdomen. So the segments are there. Thorax have 3 segments and abdomen have 10 segments. If you take out only one segment, suppose this is the cockroach, this is one segment, this is suppose the segment. Now if you want to see the segments like this, okay, I hope you understand the that plane what actually we are discussing. Suppose the segment is like this, right? This is the dorsal side, this is the ventral side, and this is the lateral side. So this is dorsal, beneath it is ventral, and this one, these are the lateral sides. Now in this organism's dorsal, ventral and lateral sides, they are going to have the chitinous sclerite, small plates. How many plates are present now? Okay, so first of all, if you see the dorsal side, then dorsal side is covered by a protective covering. What is that covering known as? This is known as targa. Okay, remember this is known as the targum. Targum in singular and targa is the plural. Now the next one, that is on the ventral side, which is on the belly part, on the beneath, okay, which we don't see from the top part. This is dorsal side, which is facing the soil or the surface, that will be the ventral side. So this ventral side here, this one is the ventral side which is present on this beneath. What is that? This ventral side, that will be known as the sternum. Okay, sternum is the singular and sterna is the plural, right? So they have targa on the dorsal side and the sterna on the ventral side. Now on the lateral sides, this is the lateral side, this is the lateral side. So we have two lateral sides here. So this lateral sides are going to have the sclerite, and that sclerite is now known as pleura, right? So this is about the structure, chitinous structure, exoskeleton, which help the organism to protect and prevent water loss. That's why they can survive in relatively dry environment. And the second thing, that it also protect the visceral organs. That means internal organs can be protected by this sclerites or this chitinous exoskeleton. Now if you see the head is going to have only one conical shaped sclerite that is actually fused from 6 plates. Now if you see each segment, thoracic or abdominal segment, what you can see, 4 sclerites are present in each segment. What are those 4 sclerites? The dorsal sclerite, that is known as targum, ventral sclerites, that is known as the sternum, and the lateral sclerites, they are known as the pleura, right? And targum, sternum and pleura, they are actually attached to each other by the membrane. Okay, so they are going to have articular membrane that are actually holding the sclerites together. So that is about the first part. Now if you see the head, thorax and abdomen. So we will first of all start from the head, then we will move to the abdomen, thorax, and then we will see the abdomen. Now first of all, if it comes to the head, the anteriormost region will have the mouth part. So here this is the mouth part, right? Now in this mouth part, they are going to have the upper lip, lower lip and the maxilla, a pair of maxilla, a pair of mandible, and they are going to have labium and the labra. Okay, so those parts we will see in the NCERT book also, each and every part they are given. So mouth part bear a pair of maxilla, a pair of mandible and one labium and one labra. Now the next part, that here just after that, in this region they are going to have antennary socket or antennal socket. Okay, so in this antennal socket, what things are present in that socket? Actually they are going to have a long antenna. Okay, so they are going to have a pair of antenna which actually help in searching the food nearby them, or they are also helping in suppose any type of objects nearby them. So that is the antenna. Okay, this antenna is present just above the eye. Now if it comes to the eye, see, in case of them, they are going to have 2 comparatively larger eyes. Okay, so these are the 2 eyes, and one thing you need to know, that in case of them, the eyes are the compound eye. Now what is compound eye? If you see our eye is simple eye. Why simple eye? Because in per eye we are going to have only one lens. But it is not happening in case of the cockroach. In each eye, they are going to have around 2000 small lenses. Okay, 2000 small lenses are present. So what those lenses called as? Those lenses are known as the omatida. So each of the lens can take the image separately and they are going to have a mosaic vision. Okay, so this is known as the compound eye, remember that. So why it is known as the compound eye? The reason is, in each eye they are going to have 2000 units or 2000 omatida, which helps this organism to have a mosaic vision. So the vision in them is mosaic vision. So in case of them, they are going to have the compound eye. Remember, this comes in exam every time. This is very much important. What those units are known as? These units are known as omatida. Right? So that is about the head. In the head, what they have the antenna, the mouth part and the head. Okay, if it comes to the mouth part, then the mouth part is actually biting and chewing type. That means they can able to bite and chew the food. Okay, it's not like siphoning type or piercing type. Mosquito have piercing type of mouth part. In case of cockroach, they have biting and chewing type of mouth part. And for that, they have the upper lip, labium, labrum, a pair of maxilla, a pair of mandible. Now, if you see the head actually, suppose this is the organism. If you want to see on the lateral side, suppose this is the lateral side, right? So this is the abdomen, this is the thorax. The head is present at right angle actually. Head is present on a downward. Understand? So from this side it seems like that, but actually the head is project. This is the body, this is the head. Okay, head is projecting on this manner, but body is like this, horizontal body with vertical head, right? So this head is attached to the thorax by means of a small rotatory movable neck, and they have higher degree of movability also. That means they can move in a varied degree because they are going to have this movable neck, right? Remember that their head is present at right angle to the body. Understand? So that is about the head. Now after that, come to the thorax. In the thorax, they are going to have the legs. Okay, so in each 3 segments, prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax, they are going to have 3 pairs of legs like this. Okay, so this is the first pair of leg, this is the second pair of leg, and this is the third pair of leg. Okay, on this side also it is present. So the legs are the jointed legs. I will tell you what is actually how many segments are there or how many joints are there in the legs. We will discuss in detail. So first of all, this is the legs. So how many legs are there? 3 pairs of legs. Remember, this is the characteristics of insects. Then in case of the insects, they are going to have 3 pairs of legs. Remember that. So they have prothoracic leg, mesothoracic leg and metathoracic leg. Now the next one, that it is in the thorax region. If you see the thorax region, then they will also have the wings, right? So what are those wings? Where the wings are present and how many wings are there? So they have 2 pairs of wings. So you might have seen or sometime not, you just see the next time that they are going to have one dark colored, brown colored wing. Okay, so that brown colored wing actually do not help in flying. This is actually just for protection. So that's why it is known as the wing cover or the elytra. Okay, so this is known as elytra or wing cover, which is brown in color, which is not helping this organism to fly. It is just for the protection. Protection to whom? Protection to just nearby functioning or functional wing, that is known as the metathoracic wing. So see, the wings are present in the next segments of the thorax. That means mesothoracic wing or elytra and metathoracic wing, which is the transparent wing which is helping in flying basically, which is protected by the elytra or the mesothoracic wing. So remember that this is important, that most of the people ask, we think that way, that maybe in the abdomen they have this legs, but actually not. The abdomen is free from the legs and the wings. Only the thorax region, they are going to have the legs. They are prothoracic leg, mesothoracic leg and metathoracic leg. 3 pairs of jointed legs are present. Remember that. And if it comes to the wings, they have 2 pairs of wings, and those pairs of wings, they are present in the mesothorax. First pair, which is brown in color, which is not helping in flying, just it is present to protect the organism, protect the just beneath layer, which is transparent, and this layer, that wing is transparent, which helps this organism to fly. Okay, so that is the metathoracic wing, which is actually the functional wing, but yes, that mesothoracic wing, which is not helping in flying, it is just to protect that organism's proper functioning wing, that is the metathoracic wing. If you see the abdomen, then in the abdomen, how many segments are there? They are going to have 10 segments, right? So remember that they are going to have 10 segments. These are the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10 segment. Okay, so the abdomen have 10 segments. So that's all about just the introduction. We need to know about the abdomen, how many apertures are present, how many openings are there. Okay, then after that we also have to see the segments of the legs. They are also important. But this is all about the information. In the next video, we will continue the morphology. We will see in detail the different apertures and the legs and the proper structures of the mouth part. Everything we are going to see in the next video. Till now, this is just the introduction of the cockroach. Hope you have understood. Another part of the morphology will come next. So that's all about the video. I hope you understand. Thank you.